Hello and welcome to this top 8 game of the UK Nationals with me, Rebecca Gillard, and joined as always by Richard Walker.
Hello.
Hello. And Richard, you're on screen.
I am.
Again.
Yeah.
Stark Reigns.
Yep.
We know what it does.
Yep.
Doggies.
Yep.
Chomp.
That's it.
That's it. And on the right we have Isian with Greyjoy Wars. A really nice Greyjoy spot glass. Not that I'm jealous or anything.
It's nice.
It's very nice. And Isian is playing a Drowned God deck. So we've seen Whammer playing Drowned God in an earlier game.
We have.
So now we'll see Isian's version. So Isian is a Greyjoy loyalist, so he plays Greyjoy pretty much all the time. So he knows what he's doing with his Greyjoy. So we should.
He did have some strange flirtation with Martell Wars when he went to Fracas.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Like,
how did that work?
Well, he did alright.
Yeah.
But then he made the second day. He made the cut. But then got drunk and turned up late for the second day, and then obviously got kicked out.
Oh no, that's not so good. I must admit, for the top 16 game, originally I was paired against Isian, but then someone dropped, so it got redone. But I was kind of happy to be paired against Isian because I thought he might actually not turn up for the second day. But then he did turn up, so probably a good thing I didn't get Isian.
I think Isian had about 10 minutes sleep. He was up till really late the night before. But he made it past the top 16.
Yeah. So. Yeah, it's a top 8.
So set up, then we've got a duped old wick, a King's Road, an Iron Island fishmonger, Aaron Damphair with an arse candle.
Right, what is the... It's not an arse candle.
Glass candle.
What does glass candle do?
It gives maesters insight if you have a maester, and it also has an action. You can look at the top card of any player's deck and discard it if you wish. You have to near it to do that. Okay.
So why would Isian put that in his deck? What would that be doing?
I'm assuming that it is to look at the top card of his own deck and then discard it and then trigger Naga's move to put it in the dead pile.
Okay, that makes sense. Something like, I don't know. Actually, what would you want to put in there?
Characters. Any character.
Any character. Okay,
yeah, because you can bring them back out of the dead pile with Tal, so...
Yeah, that's true.
Or you can resurrect them with Aaron.
I can't decide if I think your setup's good or not. I don't know. I feel like you could have done better, but having 2 Northern Armories on setup's lovely.
Yeah, I've got a stand in abundance, so I open Withering Cold. You
do. Into Isian's Calm. And I think he's calming military.
Yeah, I think he does calm military, because my military prowess is frightening right now.
Terrifying. Yeah, I don't know how he's going to cope.
But he's just protecting his board state. With the Drowned God, you need to be able to set up a board, and he's protecting that by opening Calm.
So he likes a big board, doesn't he, in this deck?
You need at least 3 or 4 characters stable. Anything over that can die.
Okay.
He's got an Iron Mind now. That's going to work well for him. King of Salt and Rock on Aaron Damphair. So that sets him up and protects him against King in the North.
Yeah, that's true.
Which I doubt he's running himself. But at least now he has protection for it. And possibly an extra source of power gain.
And the other things is marshalled. He's got a Hagen's Daughter there, so we can use her for military claim, just put her in shadows.
Yep.
So it's just recurable military claim if he needs it. And he's also got the Drowned God's Apostle, not Apostle or Apostle or anything else like that, or Apothel. It's Apostle. We finally got there, didn't we?
That all sounded the same, to be honest.
Yeah. Apostle with the S's. Thank you for everybody who's been correcting me. I know we were struggling to pronounce that one. So, yes, Drowned God's Apostle. On your side, you have just warded Dampy. So no glass candle for Isian. Well,
yeah,
actually,
so
no, he could do it, couldn't he? Because the attachment's still his.
Yeah, so I marshalled a King's Road, put out Winterfell Steward. Used both of those to get out Grey Wind. And yeah, marshalled the Ward. Because taking Damphair seems okay.
Seems good to me. So I have a question regarding the King of Salt and Rock thingamajiggy.
Yeah.
So obviously you can now use the pillage, right?
Yeah.
But then if the location attachment's discarded, Do you get to decide whether or not to put the power on?
No, Isian triggers it.
Isian triggers it, okay. So Isian could put the power on him if he wanted. How bizarre.
So Isian wins the military challenge, killing off the Winterfell steward. Fine, kind of expect that.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got a choice here whether I'm going to keep Aaron Damphair for the next turn, because I know Drown God do run attachment removal, because you need a way to get frozen solid off your Naga's ribs and get milks off your Damphair and your Tal. So will Isian run Nothing Burns? Will he run Confiscation?
So you try to chomp the Island's Fishmonger.
Yep.
And Isian discards a Drowned God's Fanatic, aka Vince, from his hand to cancel that.
Brutal.
Use your Northern Armoury to do it again, or attempt it again, because Isian seems to be considering something here.
Yeah, he got an Iron Mind on the board.
Got 9 mines, he might have Risen, might have another Vince.
That'd be unlikely, right?
You think so at this point? You know, it's something in his hand that he's looking at, so it could be another Vince.
Could be a Risen. Yep, another Vince.
Brilliant.
Grey Wind cancelled twice in a row.
Are you going to try again?
I expect I'm going to use the Northern Armoury because, well, why not? Withering Cold might be handy. The important thing is I've knelt one of them, so if he does play Nothing Burns like the Cold, it's not that bad anymore.
So use the Northern Armoury to restand Grey Wind, and before you can try and chomp the Chud, Isian just swaps the Chud for Vince. So no more chompy.
Nope.
And it's quite good, the whole swapping the Vince thing, because it means that Isian's got somebody that can defend if that character that he's just killed is kneeling.
Yeah.
So we can kneel a character in attack or defence, and then
it's good action advantage.
It's kind of like stand.
Yeah, it is. Pseudo stand.
So it looks like you're going to go for an actual military here. Yeah. And just defending with Vince.
Had no claim. He needed Neil Vint to stop the Intimidate. So he might as well oppose it.
And then the Intrigue with Cat there. So not unopposed, but claim. Was that a third Vince?
It was.
A third Vince? He had 3 Vinces in hand. What the heck? But no Reigns trigger for you.
No Reigns.
Are you not a bit sad? I know that you like to, Reigns out of Withering Cold.
Can do, but it's in board now.
Yeah, so is yours though.
Doesn't matter. I've still got, cards in hand. Isian doesn't have many.
Isian's got 1.
Yeah. And I've got Summer, who can bring back a Chud. That's a military icon I can put on the board, and a power icon I can put on the board.
Yeah, that's true. So you've just played Wolf Dreams to do that kneeling or faction card.
Yeah.
Which is a bit sad, because it means it's not going to stand for the next round, so no Reigns threat for the next round here.
I don't have enough intrigue on the board to trigger Reigns next time. Clearly, it looks like I intend to play Summer unless I top deck something good, something different. And so I can get a military icon out, I can get a power icon out. Doesn't look like I have much intrigue in hand. So
you're not too bothered, basically.
So yeah, don't worry too much about it. I'll just do it now.
So what you're basically saying is, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
So I wonder if I'm going to March here. I don't really recall.
March seems like a good choice because you can get Dampy off the board before the confiscation happens.
Maybe I think he'll delay it. But yeah, I do March.
Into an exchange of information.
I mean, I might as well March now before he gets Naga's ribs.
Yeah, seems like a good shout.
Get that Vince off the board. He'll probably want to keep Hagen's daughter, and he will probably want to keep the Apostle.
Well, the thing is, though, he'd want to keep Vince on the board Because then you can just keep swapping Vinces over, right?
Yeah, you can, yeah. One per round.
So I think it'd actually be better keeping Vince on the board and maybe marching Hagen's daughter.
But yeah, claim soak. Might need it.
Maybe. I guess it's only got one character.
But what are we deciding here?
I think deciding first player and
okay, so we decided first player and who's plot first. So we've got all 4 categories for Isian, so he must be quite happy with that. He's clearly running King Balon.
Clearly. But you're not giving him that. You're giving him
Give him a chud who can get bitten by Grey Wind, so that's cool.
A cudgel, a rose road, and given to the drowned god, so it's called.
Yep.
And that's one where you can kill a character to gain that character's cost in cards.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. And then the march happens, so Isian gets those cards back to hand.
Yeah, it means he's got to spend more money if he wants to put them back out again. And if he's spending money on attachments, he's not spending them on characters.
So he's gone from 1 card in hand to like 7. Because it had the 4 from exchange plus the 2 attachments. And now he's going to draw 2 more, so he's going to have 9 cards in hand.
Yeah.
That's quite funny.
And importantly for me, Aaron Damphair's in that discard pile. So he has to go and find another copy if you want to start doing some shenanigans like that.
Yeah.
He's still got another Vince in the dead pile, so he can get a standing character from that. But he doesn't have a lot of gold. He is finding Rose Road though, so that's not going to be a long-term problem.
So plan out the chud you gave him to reduce the cost of this drowned disciple.
Yeah.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah, now if you can start recurring Vinces from the dead pile, that disciple's going to start gaining power.
Seems good.
Is he going to pay 1, save 1? He's unsure. He saved 1.
Oh, so he marched the apostle in the end then.
He did.
What do you think about that decision?
Yeah, maybe chaining the Vinces. He's going to get him power now. He's got a disciple out. So why not use that?
But he wouldn't have known that that's what he was getting. So the disciple must have been in that drawer then.
Unless it was that last card.
Ah, yeah, true.
Okay, so I've got a Winterfell Steward out. So I collected 6 gold, pays 1, so I've got 5 left.
So you could get out your summer and go and grab that other steward if you wanted.
Looks like a top deck one, I don't need it.
Claim soak's always fun.
So 5 cost, what do I pay for 5 cost? Do I get 2 characters out, 1 character out?
I mean, 2 smaller characters would be nice to let you get your challenges through. But guess we'll have to wait and see.
Just to be annoying, it looks like I'm using a little Greyjoy squid power token.
Yeah, you are.
Drown this.
Okay, here we go, getting some action. Yeah, so you're going for summer. Using the steward to reduce the cost. So you've still got 3 gold remaining. So you could play out this other steward if you wanted. Or you might have another character that's sort of 2-3 gold.
I think I got Winter is Coming in hand.
You've just played 3rd Armoury.
I did. Yeah, I think I've got Winter is Coming in hand. I've saved 1 gold and I've got a stand. So, I mean, best case scenario for me, I stand Grey Wind. I bite that reducer, the fishmonger, and then do a 2-claim military of summer.
Sounds good. So you're doing the... so Isian swapped the Vinces over, just like we discussed.
And triggered the drowned disciple.
Yep, to gain a power. and is now doing the military, which I'm assuming you're going to let go unopposed and just kill the steward. Yeah.
You assumed correctly.
Unopposed, claiming the steward, and no keywords. And then he might as well do a power. Or might not.
Maybe. He's doing the dance. Hey.
Yeah, because then you can put in Vince. And that does the power challenge together.
You didn't trigger the disciple.
Is it limit once per phase?
Twice per phase.
Oh. And is that when something comes out of the dead pile?
Yeah.
Is it when it's, like, marshalled, or is it just comes out?
When a character enters play from the dead pile.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, he could have triggered the disciple.
Oh, okay. I must admit, I did wonder if that was the case when I was editing, but I wasn't sure.
I'm really persistent in trying to kill this chud.
So you're trying to do it now.
Well, it's a different chud, isn't it?
Yeah, because if you waited until after the challenge, that Vince would go back to hand, and then Isian would be able to cancel Greywind's bite. So Isian wins the power challenge. It's unopposed, so it gets unopposed and claim. And then the Vince goes back to hand, which means that, as I say, if you'd tried the Greywind afterwards, he'd have just Vinced it.
Yep.
Your challenge now, you're doing the military with Summer. And it's unopposed. And as you say, you have Winter is coming, so that's going to be 2 claim. So that's really going to reduce Isian's board here.
That's pressure. Will you use the Iron Mine? He does not.
Nope.
He puts Vint back in the dead pile, which is always good.
Yeah.
And Hagen's daughter goes into the shadow. So he's keeping the Iron Mines, which makes me suspect he's running a Valar in there.
So suspecting that he runs a Valar, are you going to be more careful in what you marshal?
To a point. I've still got a hand. I've still got a reducer in there that we know I took. I expect I've got another character in hand as well, just in case. I don't want to. That's why I didn't really put both reducers out. I could have played some more reducers and played out stuff, but I don't want to overcommit to the board. I mean, I think I'm winning the military challenges at the moment. Isian's ahead in power, but his board state is weaker.
Not for long. Late Summer Feast is going to get a few characters out. And you're playing Time for Wolves. What are you looking for?
What do you think I'm looking for?
Ah, Nymeria. Right?
Nymeria can be good. Wolves of the North can also be good. Especially with Greywind out.
You're getting... Ah, okay. So you saw him keeping the Iron Mines. Thought maybe he was getting... going to be running Valar, so you went to get the dupe for Greywind.
Yep. I thought I'd play Time for Wolves because it can be a nice counter to Valar in terms of, knowing what to get. It wins initiative and I can, adapt based on what the opponent plays. That's quite nice.
Yeah.
So he played Late Summer Feast, which means he wants to play out a card, which is fine.
So, marshalling a Stony Shore Raider, and looks like he's going to bestow. Does he need to? Yeah, just going for 1. Don't think he should be too worried at the moment, unless he got a flea bottom or something in hand. But there's nothing even for you to flea bottom, so...
It seems like, damn, got to read this Greywind.
Stony Shore's 2 strength, right?
Yes.
They'll be safe so long as you don't have a Rob.
This is correct. Ooh, the Stick of Destiny.
So this is the Driftwood Cudgel. So, relatively new card. So when the attached character dies, you can move the cudgel to another character and that character gains a power.
Yeah, sounds right. Wonder how many characters Isian has in his dead pile, because the Disciple has plus that much strength.
Because of the cudgel?
Yeah.
Is it just plus 1 strength per dead character?
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, I think there's at least 2 Iron Island Fishmongers and 2 Vince. So I think there's 4 in there.
There's 1 Vince in there now, isn't there? Because
did one come back to hand?
Yeah.
So yeah, 1 Vince.
And got some more attachments there. So the Stony Shore Raider has got a glass candle and a
King of Salt and Rock.
King of Salt and Rock, that's the one. And also marshalled another Iron Mines there. So I'm surprised that he didn't put more characters on the board.
Well, he saved 2 gold, I think. for Hagen's daughter.
Is that 2 gold?
I think he put 2 gold. Let's see what he marshalled. 2 for stick, 1 for glass candle, 1 for King's Salt and Rock, 1 for Iron Mine, 2 for Stony Shore Raider with bestow. That's 8, and he collected 11 gold.
11?
So maybe, yeah, Late Summer Feast. And, oh, he just played a Rose Road, didn't he? He collected 10 gold, so yeah, 2 gold saved. So I'm going out there with a Winterfell Steward.
Oh, yeah.
He must be terrified.
I would be. Are you going to marshal anything else?
Well, I hope so.
Sitting on 5 gold in a reducer. Probably should.
That would basically tell you that I've got nothing in hand, and that would give Isian a big confidence boost, right? Although with Isian's plot, maybe I could draw some more cards.
That's true. Yeah, you can deliberately lose a couple. Oh! You big meanie. He immediately gave his disciple. Can you not take the raider?
Yeah, I can take the raider, but I don't want the raider. I want to take away his sources of power gain.
Yeah, so you gain power because of that. So, looking a little bit more risky now for Isian here.
Yeah, I've already spent my marched. So, I guess if I'd have taken the raider and done a military challenge, then the issue with that is he'll just use the Iron Mine to save the disciple, which isn't bad, I guess. But this is pressuring him to... So now he's going to do a military against me.
Wouldn't you just kill the disciple? Or is that a bad idea?
Put him in the dead pile. That can be resurrected. He'd just pop out Hagen's daughter, do a power challenge, and then trigger Old Wick to bring that disciple back into play.
Oh, yeah, of course. So you've defended the military with Summer. And I guess now you get 3 challenges, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure whether I should have defended that. I could have just let the reducer die. Or...
It would have meant that you got a card. So depending on what you got in hand, it could have been worth it. But then if you'd let it go unopposed, that puts Isian 1 step closer to winning. And the Drowned God deck can rush.
Yeah, when the pieces are out, it can go. I mean, there's pressure on his board. I don't think he's drawn the cards he wants either. You know, Damphair's gone. He would have liked to have kept him on the board.
Yeah, I mean, he's drawn him. He's just lost them. I mean, he's seen 3 Vince. That's a very good one to put in the discard pile. That's 2 in the discard pile now and 1 in the dead pile.
Yep.
So that's definitely that way round that you want them. So the intrigue then, you got unopposed. The military can bring in Vince, is he? Yeah, so can bring in Vince. Killing the raider. And those attachments go back to hand.
Oh, he did have 3 gold.
And then playing Gift to the Drowned Gods.
Yep.
To draw cards.
Yep. He's only got a reserve of 5.
You're doing the power there. So we can bring out Hagen's daughter. And defend if he wants to.
Probably will. Block the unopposed, slow it down a bit.
How does
he'll...
Sorry, go on.
No, go on.
How does Old Wick work? Could he not have brought Vince in then?
No, it worked when you initiate a power challenge.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, so he blocked with Hagen's daughter, which is okay because I get a card. Not triggering rain, so I'm Wolf Dreaming in the dominance phase.
It seems already gone into plots.
You got nothing more to do. You haven't got a lot of cards to stand. And I want to find a dog. It could be Nymeria time now. It is Nymeria time.
Yeah, and Isian's discarded to reserve there.
So what plots would I play now? Maybe Wardens of the North. Bit of initiative. Might let me go fair. I've got an Intimidate dog in hand. It might be painful if he manages to play Confiscation now because I don't have any more marched. Or if he had nothing burns.
Could you not play Valar D maybe?
I don't play Valar D. I tell you this every time I play.
Oh,
and you're obsessed with the fact I've got it. I might have to start running it. People know I've got no reset in there.
You got none at all?
No.
Not even in your reigns?
Oh yeah, there's Wildfire, but don't really often want to kill my unique characters.
Makes sense. Yeah, it's got Confiscation into your own late summer feast. I'd love it if you'd found the third ward now. I think you're only running 2, but it'd be funny if you'd got another one.
I am running 2. I asked him if he was sure he wanted to confiscate ward, and apparently he was sure. So that was sad.
But probably expected.
Yeah, definitely expected. So I've obviously got something in hand now.
Yeah.
Because ordinarily, if I only had Nymeria and some fluff in hand, then Wardens of the North would have been fine. But I've got Wyman, and I want to get him out.
But why, man?
Really? Really? No.
Oh. And a flea bottom. Good thing that Stone Shore Raid is off the board.
Not a big deal. Just, if you want to spend the gold to nil flea bomb, okay. I don't even know if I've got any targets yet. But
I think
of
you
course.
do.
Well, Wyman can sort that out.
Yeah, that's true. You going to marshal anything else? You've still got like 6 gold.
Yeah, I might get out Nymeria, I think. That might be a good one.
Oh, you're going first. Bit of extra Intimidate. And you might actually trigger Reigns this turn. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Your Reigns agenda.
Oh yeah, definitely going to rein into Wheels Within Wheels this turn. Get out of that late summer feast. Possibly, get a taste for flesh. Oh look, looks like I drew another Nymeria. So that made me feel a lot better. Having 2 characters with dupes. Just in case there is a Valar M.
Which, looking at your board, I'd probably want to Valar M you.
Thank you.
Get rid of Wyman. Get rid of Cat.
But this round could be a good excuse to get rid of Summer and the Winterfell Steward with Wyman. So,
we've got an Acolyte of the Waves with a Driftwood Cudgel on it. Vince is coming in, killing the Acolyte.
Yep.
Reacting with the Disciple.
Yep.
To gain the power.
Yep.
Because of the Cudgel.
Did he take a power for his faction by killing the...
Yeah. Yes, he got a power... Oh my god, I get mixed up with this. He got a power on his faction card.
Yep.
The Cudgel went on the Disciple, so he got a power because the Cudgel moved to him.
Yep.
And then I can't remember why Vince has got a power.
Because when you trigger the Disciple, you don't have to put it on the Disciple.
Ah, okay.
Has Isian accidentally put the power for his faction on the Disciple?
No, so which one's where it goes on your faction card? Is that the Disciples one?
The Acolyte, the one that just died.
Okay, so the Acolyte died and put one on his faction card.
Yep.
The Cudgel moved across to the Disciple and put the power on there.
Yep.
And then Vince gained one because the Disciple puts one on someone else?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, there we go.
Well, any drone.
Got there eventually.
Character. That's 3 power. Just from Vince killing an Acolyte.
And then the glass candle on the Disciple as well. So he's got 2 cudgels on him.
Yeah, he's strong. So that always puts a little bit of pressure on me because he's now up to 7 power and I'm still on 5. And I'm thinking, damn, I feel like I've been in control of his board, but he's still ahead on the power. He's still gaining the power. You know, I've got to do something. So I guess my tactic here is to try and do some intimidates.
Yeah, Wyman's been into nightmares, so you're not going to be able to sacrifice anything, so you're not going to be able to use your flea bottom, because I don't think you've got anything in there. But at least that means that your 1 gold, you can use it for Lady, I guess.
Use it for Lady, Winter is coming, whatever else I might have.
So you're going in with the intrigue first, which makes total sense because you want to try and get out of your plot. Defending with Vince, but bringing in Nymeria there on your side, so that increases your strength to enough that you win by 5. And Isian can't do anything else because you use Cat.
This is where your range is really good, because you go in with Cat, Isian can't actually trigger anything, and I can go in with an extra 3 strength with Nymeria. I can go in with an extra 6 strength, bringing in Nymeria and Summer, or an extra 10 strength if I bring in Grey Wind. So I've got a lot of control here.
And although Isian has shut off your Wyman, you have just played Breaking Ties.
Yeah, I can still do some damage to Isian's board.
You can indeed. So it does mean that because of Breaking Ties, you can also get stuff in your flea bottom pile. So you'll be able to actually use your flea bottom this turn.
Yay!
Woo! So intimidating the Hagen's daughter there. Isian explaining that the disciple's on 11 strength, so you couldn't have you couldn't have knelt him.
For God's sake! You know what? I need to do something here. Get rid of it.
So a military with Summer. Oh, and Grey Wind. Okay.
Yeah. He says unopposed. I'm just going to say, you know what? Sack Summer. Get rid of your guy, and then you can take some claim.
Yeah. So that's the disciple back to hand, losing that power on him as well. Summer's now in the discard pile, so you can use flea bottom to trigger again if you wanted. The military claim. So Isian could put Hagen's daughter in shadows if you wanted. Or you could lose the power and put Vince into the dead pile so that he can do all his little tricks again on the next turn. So a bit of a decision here for him. What would you choose?
Probably put Hagen's daughter in shadow maybe. But Vince dying is always handy.
Yeah.
He does have 2 iron mines.
Yeah, you could always save one. I guess he's waiting for the Valar, right?
Not going to have any character to save.
So Vince going into the dead pile there. You taking your action to use flea bottom and bring Summer back onto the board and sending Hagen's daughter back to Isian's hand.
So yeah, so if he had moved Hagen's daughter to shadows as claim, then Vince would have obviously just stayed on the board.
Because you don't really want to put Vince back in his hand.
Nah, what I probably would have done is brought out Summer. Did I trigger Summer when I brought Summer back out?
I don't think you did, because you could have got that Winterfell Steward.
The Chud, yeah. So I've sat the Chud in the dominant phase to stand Wyman.
Ah, okay. So you could have done Cat here if you suspected the Valar, but you've decided not to. But
yeah, I don't mind if he wants to Valar, he can Valar. I've got some economy. If he had chosen Hagen's daughter for claim and left Vince on the board, then I could have still used Summer to bounce the Rose Road back to hand or something.
Yeah, it's true.
That's a bit of a tempo hit. They're slow to give you money, so that's not bad. Yeah, getting him off the board feels good right now.
Yeah, because Isian had a bit of a jump, didn't he? Beginning of the last turn. That he's dropped right back down again.
Yeah, he's unable to maintain that board.
Yeah, I think that Breaking Ties was really important for you then. That might have swung the game.
Oh, maybe I didn't trigger Summer because I had a reserve of 4.
4? Didn't you 5?
Breaking Ties.
Oh, yeah, of course. That makes sense. Well, you could have got the steward out of the dead pile and put it in the discard.
Yeah.
Because then at least if you've got a Sansa, she won't have her strength reduced.
That's true. Very true. And a good point.
Thanks. Trade routes from Isian into Wardens in the north from you.
You determined to keep repopulating.
I guess that's what you do with wars, right? You just put in all the plots that you need. All 25 of them.
So I think, had he got 9 gold there? It looks like he got 8. Yeah, he might have 9.
3, 4.
He should have 9. Yeah, he does have 9.
I think he says 9.
He does have 9.
Yeah, I think I recall him saying 9 when I was editing. So
A minute there, I thought he hadn't quite taken enough.
Yeah, so he should have...
Is he really temporarily using power tokens as gold?
Yeah.
How does a man play trade routes and only bring 10 gold with you?
Well, I guess not everyone is prepared as you. You know, not everyone can bring 25 billion gold.
I only have 14.
Why have you got 14?
Well, I don't play trade routes.
You got more than 14, don't you?
No.
I thought you had 20.
14.
Oh, I've got 20.
Precisely 14.
Was it 14 gold in the pack?
I don't know, I won them.
Oh, okay.
Well, I've got Rob and Bran thinking, you know, I'm waiting for a Valar that might never come. Let's just start getting power and make him play it. Especially if he's playing trade routes, because he can be playing out characters. But now he's got Tal, he can start marshalling from the dead pile. Which is the problem, because he'll marshal a disciple, trigger the disciple. Although he didn't trigger the disciple.
The first disciple... Sorry, the disciple was marshalled from hand.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, and then
Cool.
the acolyte was marshalled from the dead pile.
Yeah, that's important. So give Tal the power. Tal's duped. Plays out 2 cudgels on the acolyte. Vince the acolyte. Move the 2 cudgels. Tal will get 2 power. His faction will gain 1 power from the acolyte dying. And he should trigger the disciple for the second time as well. Yep. So Tal just got 3 power and his faction got 1 power. So that's 4 power just from that manoeuvre.
So, you know what I was saying about, you know, Isian being a bit behind at the end of the last turn?
Yeah.
After shooting up at the beginning of the last turn. I feel like there's a pattern.
That's the Drown God. I mean, you want to be worried when they're on 10 power. Because, well, especially at the start of a marshalling phase, because you don't know what they can do.
Yeah.
They can just get out 2 disciples. As long as they played a big gold plot, they can get out some disciples and just do a Vince, some cudgels, and suddenly, bam, game over.
Well, luckily, you managed to get rid of a load of power off of Isian's characters in the last turn.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Power on characters is more vulnerable than power on your faction card.
But with that duped and Tal, plus the 2, or 1 now, iron mines, that could be a little bit risky. But you were able to use Greywind there to try and chomp Vince because Rob is on the board. I'm surprised that he's using the iron mines. Maybe he doesn't run Valar then.
Tal is 12 strength.
Wow.
So yeah, I really want to stand Greywind again. I've already stood him once and used him twice for his action. So I need to get the rest of my board now so I can trigger Wyman, sacrifice something, stand my board, and then use Greywind another 2 times if I can. Only 1 might be necessary.
You've done the power there with Rob, Cat and Wyman. So just a small block, but you're coming in with everybody. You're really determined to kneel out Tal, aren't you?
I am, yeah. I want to kneel that big bad boy out.
Oh, Isian must be so happy you just called him Big Bad Boy.
Big bad boy. Isian doesn't care. He doesn't give a shit. So yeah, trigger Summer, draw a card from Wyman, stand the board with Rob. Greywind Vince. Sorry, Vince.
He's actually dead this time. Yeah. I feel like Isian maybe should have saved his iron mines.
Why?
For the inevitable Valar.
Maybe it's not inevitable.
It's a Drowned God deck. They want to kill things, right? And it's a Wars deck, so it's not going to be forced him to do an early Valar.
True. I'd expect him to run Wildfire mode deck.
So...
Which he may be tempted to do now. Now I've got more than 4 characters on the board.
Yeah. So you're doing a military there of Rob. That's going to be unopposed plus renown. But we need to get our claim. And going for the Disciple there. Or is it Disciple or is it Acolyte? Disciple.
It is the Disciple. Don't you can look at me rain plots. What do I want to rain into? Wildfire, not great. Wheels within wheels. Well, that's okay.
Yeah.
It's harmless and you've got a 7 reserve. Cool. Power behind the throne. Don't need to stand any of my board now. Got no more challenges left. Red Wedding probably bad. So wheels within wheels it is.
Yeah, it all seems good. Hopefully you can get a taste for Flesh or Winter is Coming or something like that.
Winter is Coming is best at this stage because I can get extra power claim. Don't need to kill any more board.
Well, I mean, you've been trying, but it's just not dying, is it? It just keeps staying and coming back.
Yeah, I'm near the finish line.
So you're on 13 power and you're going to get Dom as well, I imagine?
Yeah, hit 14. A Priest of the Drowned God discarded for Intrigue Claim.
Oh, so close, Richard.
It's fine. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint.
Your games are always a marathon.
That's what I like about the deck. I mean, Rush deck's all over too fast. You know, this game is good. It has a lot of decision points with this deck. You can murder a board when you find your pieces over a couple of rounds. You can target murder if you go find Wolves of the North. Just you know, trigger Wolves of the North on someone, bite them with Grey Wind.
There you go. There's the Valar. So Valar into your political disaster. Might not be the best timing for you to be playing that because you're going to lose 2 of your gold incon.
That's fine. I'll still get more gold than Isian. And I've got a Flea Bottom for summer. And I've still got 2 dogs on the board.
Yeah, I guess so.
So it's okay. 1 power to get. I should be able to pull it off.
Well, no longer 1 power because 2 of it was on Rob.
Oh, was it? Damn.
So 3 power to get. And you only have military icons.
Yeah, Isian has no claim at least. But then he doesn't need
it,
claim.
He's just going to get another 5 power again now. So, Rose Road. I'm not sure how useful that's going to be now, but Windfall Steward. Another dupe on Grey Wind there.
I think I've been sitting on that for a while.
Just in case of Valar D.
Yeah.
And a Kennel Master, which, remind me how he works again.
You can trigger him to bring in a direwolf character. You need a direwolf character or character with a direwolf attachment to have it participate in the challenge on your side, as long as you have, you know, a start character already in the challenge. Okay,
so you could do a power with the steward, and then bring in Grey Wind, for example, using his ability.
Yep.
Okay. So Isian here, I mean, we're talking about decision points. Isian having to make one of those now, I think.
He is, yeah. I mean, normally you'd marshal, Acolyte of the Waves, but Grey Wind just going to eat it.
Is it only 1 strength then?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, in fact, I can see that card in his hand. That's the one he's agonising over. You're going to marshal it.
So maybe he's doing that so he can just replace it with Vince and get a power?
Yeah, seems good.
Or not?
Hey, he might do.
I mean, you get first action now, so you can just chomp.
Yep. Because Vince can't die from a bite. Because Rob's gone.
I know, but what I'm saying is
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I'm just saying if Isian did it, you know, at least Vince will be safe. Because he can't die from the bite.
Yeah.
So you
I'm
have to actually
surprised.
take claim.
I'm surprised that this Isian did it like that, unless he literally just wanted to get the extra power, and that was the only reason.
I think his head's gone down a little bit. You know, he's a little bit like, you know, the game may be out of my grasp. I'm not sure if I've got enough to win it now.
So Isian's just considering an action here. So he was just asking if he brought in Vince and killed Tal, would the cudgels transfer on to Vince and give Vince the power?
And the answer is no.
Because Tal dies, the cudgels come back to hand. And then Vince replaces.
So because Tal dying is part of the cost, Vince hasn't come into play because he is part of the effect. And, yeah, Tal dies.
So Isian choosing to kill Tal and bring in Vince. And at least this means that it's not going to be unopposed. So it just makes it more difficult for you to win. And then Vince being taken as claim.
You sacrificed a lot of power to do that.
I mean, Tal was going to die anyway. But I guess that way he made sure it wasn't unopposed. And then you do the power. And that's unopposed +2 claim because the winter is coming. And you win. Well done, darling. You made top 4.
Cheers.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Commiserations to Isian.
Yeah, he played well.
Yeah, it's a really cool game. There was some weird stuff going on, but it was quite interesting to watch.
It might have been different if he'd have had Naga's ribs at any point in that game.
Yeah, possibly.
He might well have won.
He'd have had more in the dead pile, wouldn't he? For the increased strength of the cudgels. So.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And it would have been harder for me to win any DOMs. So, yeah, I think Isian was a little bit unlucky there. Played well as best he could, I think.
Yeah, no, it was a good game. So, yeah, thanks as always to our patrons. If you'd like to support the channel, you can do so at patreon.com/The White Walkers. And we've been asked to do a shout out for one of our patrons. So, big shout out to Rowan and Hayley. And yeah, thanks as always for watching the videos, guys. So we'll come back with the top 4 as soon as we can, but we are going to have a little bit of a break over the weekend. So they'll come out next week sometime.
Amazing.
So yeah, thanks everyone, and see you for the top 4.
Goodbye.
Bye guys.